It's a sunny, chilly afternoon, and I'm chilling at a football party, and the host leans over and says, "Hey, can I talk to you about a private matter?" I say, "Sure." She says, "All right, after the game." So once the guests have left, she says, "Hey, I hate to bother you, but man, my legs are a mess. They're so weak. They're painful. I can't even climb a set of stairs. I just got off blood thinners with my doctor's permission, but I feel like I'm getting worse, not better. I'm only 65. Am I getting MS? Am I getting multiple sclerosis?" I was like, whoa, that's a loaded question. But I'm kind of used to that because whether you're a doctor who operates on knees or you're the pro who pumps the septic tanks, we all get asked about our areas of expertise. I'm a massage therapist. I'm an expert in certain types of pain. So I assure her that she is not getting MS. Those are not the common symptoms. However, to really address her question, I need to do some more research. So I'll follow up with her. My name is Jodi Scholes, and I'm a storyteller and an author. Where do my stories come from? They come from 25 years of being a massage therapist. I've put my hands on 20,000 bodies. About, plus or minus. It's been my job to decrease pain. It's been my job to increase performance. I've worked on medical teams with professional athletes from around the world. I worked with Major League Soccer for 10 years. That's professional soccer here in the United States. My team is DC United, and I was with them for all 4 championship seasons. I then went on to work with US Track and Field, worked many US championships, world championships. In fact, my client still holds the American record for the mile, 3 minutes, 46 seconds. Not bad. Look, I've worked with Ironman triathletes. I've worked with iron-fisted CEOs. I've worked with ultramarathoners, and I've worked out with ultra-stressed moms. Some of my clients, their reservoir of strength amazes me. My client Len, for example, he rode his bicycle 3,000 miles across country in 11 days. My client Kate sat next to her sick kid's bedside in the hospital, in the mental ward, for 42 days. It's been my job to support my clients through some of their toughest and some of their most heroic times. But one thing they got in common, they're all in pain of some kind. So I'm thinking about the host of the football party, and I'm thinking about her pain. And so I ask routine questions. Routine questions like, what could be lifestyle choices that may be causing this? What are some factors that are common to cause weak legs or painful legs? But me, I dig a little deeper. Over the 25 years I've been practicing massage therapy, have found that pain shows up as physical, but pain often has a deeper story to tell. Sometimes there are mental and emotional stressors in a person's life that are making the pain worse, that are actually contributing to their physical pain. So I decide, I have to look at the blood thinners first. That's first things first, right? Let's see what side effects that those blood thinners might have. So I do my research, and on their website, on this medicine's website, it gives me the side effects. Bleeding that can lead to death, swelling of the face and tongue, headaches, nausea. And if you vomit and it looks like coffee grinds, call the doctor right away. For real. This is what the side effects of that drug could be. Now, good news is not weak legs, right? So, yeah. So I dig a little deeper in the research, and I look for the metaphysical meaning of weak legs. What could be mental or emotional stressors that might be contributing? Turns out, weak legs are related to feeling paralyzed, feeling stuck, feeling like you can't move. So when I see the host the next day, I ask her, I said, well, first of all, good you got off these blood thinners, but also, could there be an issue, is there an issue that you're facing right now where you feel stuck, where you feel paralyzed, where you feel like you can't move? To my surprise, a tear rolled down her cheek. She said, yeah, my daughter. My daughter's facing addiction. I can't send her any more money. I don't know what to do. I feel like a failure as a mom. I give her a minute and I ask, what are some fun experiences you've had with your daughter? And we take an inventory of all these great experiences that her family has had. She smiles, she sighs. She says, I'm feeling a little better. I said, in this moment, you actually have the opportunity to see your daughter as whole and well in the midst of the mess, to love her without judgment. At that point, we're both feeling a little better. And she walks me out, but I realize I've left my purse upstairs. She turns around and jogs up the steps to go get my purse. I guess her legs are feeling a little better too. You see, what if pain is not just physical? What if our mental and emotional stressors are contributing to how we experience physical pain? See, pain affects about 100 million people in the United States. That's 1 out of every 3 people in the US population. And one of our most prestigious medical advisory boards, the Academy of Medicine, reported in 2011 that pain cost the United States about $635 billion. What I'm suggesting today, what I'm introducing today, is a new but somewhat, it's simple but a somewhat radical concept. What if we look beyond the physical? What if we dig a little deeper? What if the pain is showing up with a story to tell? Let me give you an example. My client Marcy, she's a tough chick, short, salt and pepper hair, little New York accent. She's healthy, she exercises all the time, she eats well, she gets a massage every other week. She comes in for one of her regular appointments, and I'm doing my check-in, how you feeling? She says, oh, I'm good, but 'tis the season. About this time every year, I get bronchitis. I'm like, about this time every year you get bronchitis? She's like, yeah, I don't know, it's been happening for a while. Okay, I'll tell you what, next time you come in, I'm gonna do a little research and we'll see what are some ways, natural ways, to prevent bronchitis. So she's in for her next appointment in a couple of weeks. I say, hey, I did my homework. She's snuggled up on the massage table. She's like, all right, tell me what's up. So I say, breathe easy tea. Yeah, that's something you can, I drink that. Okay, omega-3 fatty acids, supposed to help with inflammation. Yeah, I take those. And we go through a list, but then I get to, by the way, traditional Chinese medicine says that the lungs represent grief, specifically unexpressed grief. Marcy sits up on her elbows, tilts her head, says, well, that might apply. I've never gotten over the death of my mother when I was 14. I didn't know. She had never told me that. The rest of that session was pretty quiet. And through the winter, Marcy drank her tea and she ate her vitamins, but she decided to incorporate some talk therapy into her life, talk about her grief. Fast forward to the spring, and Marcy's in for one of her regular appointments. How you doing? She says, I'm so sore. I'm like, oh, really? What from? She said, I've decided to train for a marathon. I was like, are you crazy? You're training for a marathon? She says, yeah. I didn't get sick all winter. I never got bronchitis. We shared a smile. What a coincidence, right? Or not. Marcy was dealing with some emotional trauma from her past that was showing up as a physical symptom. It was contributing to a vulnerability of a physical symptom. Let me give you another example. We'll talk about Todd. Todd is a character. Todd is a veteran of our US Navy. He was a naval pilot, and then he trained other naval aviators. Todd told great stories when he was on the massage table. He told me about jumping out of planes. He told me about crash landing helicopters. He told me about G-force that would make people lose a filling or crack a rib. He even told me about his near-death experience. Todd was in pain, physical pain, that ranged on the pain scale from 5 to 10. On some days, he said it was more of a 12. But he lived with this constant pain. And his doctors at the VA did what they were trained to do, what they thought was safe to do, and they prescribed him oxycodone. Todd became addicted to opioids. When he realized that he was actually addicted to this drug, he decided that it was time to get off. And he knew he was going to have to do something he had never done before to get through this. So he told me, Jodi, I decided to just try some crazy shit. I did music therapy. I did massage therapy. I did acupuncture. He was willing to try whatever it took. And what he realized as he was going through his recovery journey was that he was healing not just from his physical wounds. He had seen things that had left him with emotional and mental scars. He was healing from those wounds of the past. You know, there's a new name for this now, PTSI. It's called post-traumatic stress injuries. Injuries are something we can heal from. Todd completed his recovery. He got off the opioids. Other warriors are not so lucky. He still gets a lot of treatment, but he's living well. Todd realized he needed to heal not just from the physical pain. He needed to address his pain in a different way and also address those mental and emotional stressors that might be contributing to the pain. Now, I know this is a leap for some of you, but hang in there. Physical pain has been thought of as just physical for thousands of years. I mean, doctors are trained on how to relieve physical pain, how to set a broken leg, how to clear a blocked artery, how to read a blood test and know what medicine you need. What I'm suggesting and what I've learned over the 25 years that I've been practicing massage therapy is now what the National Institutes of Health researchers are proving is that our pain shows up as physical, but it's the result of mental and emotional stressors that contribute to that pain. Now, some of you already make the association between mental stress and physical symptoms. You and I are not in combat, thank God, but we face our own suburban battleground, you know, bad traffic, a big project at work, you know, term paper due in the morning. And we've seen mental stress turn into a tension headache. Mental stress can also change appetites, can change sex drive. Emotional stressors. A lot of you already make the connection too between emotional stress causing a physical symptom. Imagine maybe you're at work and someone gets really angry, but they swallow their words. Well, when we swallow angry words, it can turn into an upset stomach. Over a prolonged amount of time, that upset stomach can turn into irritable bowel syndrome. Some parents use the phrase, "Oh, I was worried sick." Another emotional stressor that causes a physical symptom. I'm sharing my qualitative research with you because massage therapists are not doctors. We're not nurses. Massage therapists are not physical therapists. We're not psychotherapists, although when you go to a good one, they're kind of all of those. But massage therapists are more like investigators. And what my qualitative research has found is that pain has a pattern. Pain has a story to tell, and it produces a body blueprint. And I'm standing on the shoulders of pioneers who have written about this. Carolyn Mace, in her book, Why People Don't Heal, tells us our biography becomes our biology. Louise Hay has also written about this. This is in ancient manuscripts from traditional Chinese medicine. Spoiler alert, this ain't new. I'm just presenting it in a different way so that you and your loved ones can maybe have a different take on the tools in your toolbox when dealing with chronic pain. I'm sharing my learning, my experience, my research with you because I have a vision. My vision is that we live in a world where it's normal to look beyond the physical. It's normal to dig a little deeper. It's normal to ask questions of our pain. But what questions would we ask? What am I learning from this? Where's the blessing in this? What can I be grateful for? Now, but here's the catch. You ask these questions, you got to listen to the answer. To listen to the answer, you got to make space. Now, my clients make space by getting massage. Other people make space by meditating, by doing yoga. Some people make space by walking in nature. Some people can make space and find their quiet just by unplugging from technology. But however you make space, it's in the quiet that we discover the story that pain's telling. It's in the silence that we acknowledge those wounds from the past, the wounds from the present. We validate them. In the validation, the healing begins. When we are willing to listen to the story that pain is telling, we heal from the inside out, not just the outside in. Look, there's 100 million people in pain every day. Are we ready to discover the stories that pain is telling? I think the time has come. I think the time has come. We are ready. That we're ready to dig a little deeper, to look beyond the physical. I think we're ready. We're ready to heal from the inside out, to heal for real.